My name is Maaike, and I work as a no-code and low-code consultant at Pragmatic Business Improvement. One of the platforms that I work with a lot and which I want to show you today is called Triggre. Triggre is a no-code platform that you can use to build your own web applications. It has no form of coding at all, making it easily accessible to anyone. Let me show you how it works.
For the example today, I actually used one of the templates that Triggre already offers. So besides building one from scratch, you can also use one of these templates, which you can use to develop your application further. For example, we have Connie Contract that helps you with contract management. We've got Eddie Event, which helps with event organizing. And for the example today, I actually use Petty Portal. Petty Portal is an HR tool in which employees could request for vacation. They can ask for IT office supplies, and it also supports communication between managers and their teams. For example, if you're an employee and you want to request leave, you go to vacations, your leave requests, and request for leave. The start date, next week, Monday. The day after is your end day, only one number of days. And your request is immediately sent to your supervisor by email. Here you have the overview of all the requests that you place. But for example, if you are an HR manager and you'd like to add a new employee who just started, here we have the overview of our employees. Right now, we only have one, Jane Doe, who is a consultant, but here you will be able to add a new employee. So this is what the tool looks like to the user. However, you're probably excited to learn more about how this actually came to be. So let me show you the designer. So this is the designer that we use to build our application with. So we go to design over here. Here at data, we have the overview of our data model. You put in all the data items that you need for your application. Next up are flow parts. So flow parts are small, reusable process blocks that execute one or more automations. Automation flows are workflows without a user interface. So these flows are actually triggered by data change or a scheduled date or an incoming interaction. Here we have the user flows. The user flows are actually a combination of the user interface and workflows. It combines the pages that the user will see. Here at Appearance, you manage what the application looks like. So here we have our welcome page, the vacation page, etc. So now I'm going back to what it actually looks like for the user. So as you already saw, the employee has the opportunity to request leave in this application. However, we do not have anything about sick leave. So what if the employee is sick and you want to register this within your application? That is something that I could add by building. So let's go back to the designer. For this demonstration, I actually already pre-built what we need, but let me show you real quick what I did. So what I did first is I added a new data item to our data model. The data item, sick leave. I have a reference to employee. I added the attribute first day of sickness and the attribute recovery date. Next step is building a user flow. Here is the user flow that I built called sick leave. So this is the user flow of sick leave. We start off with an overview page of every sick leave of all the employees. We have the employee, the first day of sickness, and the recovery date. Then, when we want to add a new sick leave, we have to add a button, which I did here. So the button says add sick leave. We go to a new page in which you can add the sick leave by adding the employee who's sick and the date of their first day of sickness. Then we save it and we create the sick leave with this flow part. But then when the employee is feeling better again, I also want to report the recovery date. So what I did here is add another button, report recovery, and we're updating the recovery date, which is set to today. So here we have the user flow, but what we need to do is add it to our appearance. So let's put it under HR. We go into the add mode, name, sick leave, add, and here we add the user flow. Then we go back and publish our design. So now that the design is actually published, let's see what it looks like. Here we go back to the tool. Now we have here sick leave. We can add sick leave. The first day of sickness, that was last Thursday. We save. But now I also want to report a recovery because today this employee is feeling better again. Report recovery, and we see here the recovery date is today. So that is, in a nutshell, what Triggre can do. It has many, many, many more options, but unfortunately, I don't have the time to show them all. So I wish you all a good day and hope you enjoy figuring out what you can do with Triggre.